Hi, this is Carmen Mason, and this is how to use Classroom Dojo on your phone in your app. So the first thing you're going to do is download it from the App Store, and this is the home page that it should take you to. You're going to go ahead and press Add Class and type in your class name. So for this tutorial, I'm using Miss Example Class. You're going to choose your grade and sharing points. You can share only positive points with parents, or you can share a negative. I chose to only show the positive. Then you're going to go and add your students and type in everybody in your class and add their names. You need to press that blue plus button after you finish typing to add the student to your class roll. So you're going to go into eSchool and type in all of your students' names and add them. For this example, I'm only adding 2 students, then press done. Now you need to connect your families. To connect families, you can scroll down by pressing the blue invite button. You could also go to the 3 dots at the top and press connect parents right here. And you're going to press the blue invite button next to each student's name and type in their phone number or their email address. You can use either or. I like to send both because I don't know which mode my parents prefer. And then you press invite to send them a message. It'll send them a text automatically as well as the email automatically. So I'm going to use my email as an example. And the invite is sent to their email directly. You can also scroll up and view your students. This is how they're going to be able to go into their portfolio. You can press at home login. Since we're doing at home, press I agree. You can either send them the QR code or you can invite them. Now when you click on each student, you can give them individual points, and then you can also, at the bottom, that is where the portfolio is. They can add pictures and text, and this is how you invite them to at home. When they have signed up and the parents have signed up, you can use that blue button on the side to send them an invite to their portfolio. That will allow them to use it like Flipgrid with the posts of their portfolio. And then if you have a co-teacher, you can add that here. Scroll back up and you have positive and needs work points. You can customize your skills. You don't have to keep any of those ones on there, and you can change different point amounts as well. So here's how you would add a new skill. If you want to add a negative point, remember I chose not to allow my parents to see this. Not following directions, -1. And you can choose an icon that goes with that skill, so that way the parent or the students can recognize what each icon means. You're going to create the skill and it'll add it into your toolbox. You can do that for however many you need. All right, there's the portfolio we talked about down at the bottom. Now remember, you have this for each student. When you create a skill, it will show up across all your students. You also have student reports, which is an awesome skill or an awesome tool. You can add notes for each day if you recognize that they were absent or not following directions while you were in your meeting. You can add a post, not following directions, called parents. You can post that to their notes, and you'll be able to see this in their reports for each day, week, month, and year. And it'll bring up how many positive, how many negatives, and how many needs work points they need, or that they've had for this entire school year for each student. That's the little calendar button up there on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, there's also a rewards. So if you want to set rewards for each student or each group, you can. Here's how to add a small group. So if you have 3 different groups or 4 different groups, you can create a group for them, so that way you can award points all at once. Say your whole class in your first Zoom meeting is doing great. You can give them all a thumbs up as you're teaching on your live sessions. That way you don't have to go in and find each individual student. At the top is your teacher toolbox. If you scroll and press more, here's your tools. You have a timer, which you can use. You have a random selector that's going to choose any one of your students at random. Then you also have a noise meter. If you connect it to your computer, it'll tell you how much noise your students are making. You can play music in the background. You can show what today is, as well as a think, pair, share. You can give them discussion questions to talk about if you need to remember or if they can read, and also directions, and that'll help the teacher, you, follow along with your lessons as well. So that's at the top if you scroll. Now in the 3 dots, you can connect your parents, connect students or co-teachers from here as well. This is in the top right-hand corner, those 3 dots up at the top. That's how you bring up that page. This is our class story. I'm down at the bottom. You can add a text, photo, or video as well to your class story. Now you can press that by pressing the blue button on the bottom, or you can press stories on the bottom toolbar and then press the blue button up at the top. So the camera button will allow you to post a message. You can post important videos, welcome videos, texts, share flyers that have been sent out by Mr. Ames or the principal, and much, much more. You can also share files with your parents if you're on the computer or the dashboard view. And students can comment on class story. I just accepted that, so that way parents and students can also comment or ask questions. This is where your messages will be, just like a phone message. Parents can message you back and forth, and it's direct. And here's your notifications from Class Dojo. If you want to create a new message, you just press the plus button up at the top. And that is this, and then here's the school story as well. If you go back to your home screen and press on Stovall EC Pre-K, that'll bring you to your school. I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you and that it gave you some healthy insight into what Classroom Dojo can do. And these are just the basics. Don't forget that you can also use this on your computer. There's a desktop version for Classroom Dojo as well, but I just wanted to showcase what the app can do. Let me know if you have any questions. And this was Carmen Mason on the app tutorial of Classroom Dojo.